Good
And sir,
morning.
what about you?
Very good morning, everybody. So nice to have you all here. How is the Sunday going?
Busy, sir. I was
Busy.
doing, yes, I was cleaning all my home.
You're cleaning your home. So
Yes,
basically doing the household regular stuff, I should say.
thanks.
So that's your what routine, like monotonous?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Tell me a time when you didn't do these kind of things.
Um, from Monday and till Saturday, I do not do any kind of work.
From Monday to Saturday, you don't do these things, and apparently on
Uh,
Sunday you do.
yes.
So let's say if I give you double homework, so which means I wouldn't be expecting it, right?
No, no, sir.
Right. Okay. All right. Very well. And what about you, Janvi and Jessica? How's your day going?
It has just started.
I knew that. All right. So tell me honestly, what time did you wake up?
Honestly, 10:30.
Oh, okay. And Janvi, what about you?
Say,
Yes, Sam. I think I woke up at 10.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Great. Hi, Gaurav. How are you?
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. I'm fine, sir. Thanks for asking.
That's good. That's good. So, Gaurav, how's your Sunday going?
It's going wonderful, sir.
Why? What time did you wake up?
I wake up 7:30.
You wake up?
Yeah.
You wake up?
I woke up.
Woke up at 7:30. Okay. All right. Hi, Pradeep. How are you?
Yes, sir. Hi. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Very good morning. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well, sir.
That's
What is-
great. That's great. So nice to have you. It's been, I think, so long. The last conversation that we had was only on the telephone that we had, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And after that, like I've been just listening to your recordings. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Well, although you do speak good. So
yeah.
how's your Sunday going?
Yes, sir. It's wonderful and doing well, very well.
That's good. And what time did you wake up?
I wake up just now, 10
Okay.
minutes.
Woke up. I just woke up.
Woke up. Yeah. Woke up just
I'm really happy. Like you guys are taking time to wake up. Seriously. Because I woke up at 5 o'clock.
Honestly, sir,
Yes. I was.
I don't think.
Well, you know that yesterday actually I sent my missus for vaccination, so she wasn't feeling well. She had high fever. So, and then again, my daughter chose not to sleep at night, so she woke up at about I think it was 4:30 in the morning, and then yes, we did Jagrata.
Oh my God.
Right, Anjali, I see you also popped in. Hi, Anjali.
Hi Sam, how are you?
I'm doing good. Don't tell me you just woke up.
No, I woke up at around 8 in the morning.
8 in the morning. 8 in the morning. Right. Excellent. Okay, guys, so welcome to Science City of Education. Now, my name's Sam. You all know me, right? Now, the thing that I would like to do with you today is, first of all, really appreciate you all join me. Okay, I'm not gonna be taking too much of your time today. I only have few things to do with you. Okay, so try to just boost up your English communication by giving out you some phrases that we normally use while we talk about time. Okay, when we actually, the reason why I was asking you what time did you wake up and all, right? Because majority of the things that you spoke, like not Matthews, apparently Anjali, you did good. Okay, was you guys when you speak out your time, okay, try not to use this 8:30, 7:30, 10:30, or things like this. Okay, because when you're speaking in English, you need to use English sentences, right? So it's very easy. That is what we are going to learn today. Secondly, I will also be today that I'll be covering you with this intonation, with the use of interjection, how we can actually intonate our sentences so that we can sound, when we are struggling to think of next word, we shouldn't be taking too much time. What things we can make a habit of using so that our fluency remain the same, what kind of facial expressions we can give. So that's why I'm also recording this class, right? So you can view it. Now obviously I'm not perfect because I'm not a native speaker either. The thing is that when I speak, I become fearless. I don't care about what others are thinking, because you can say that I've become habitual of it, or it is my tone that I use, which projects you the same image which I want you to have, rather than just focus on my speaking and sound like I'm reading something. Right? So that is the very first thing. When you're speaking, you need to do the intonation. This is what you need to pick at first. While you speak to our tutors, because you should always admire the way they are asking the questions. They are always, like, now Jessica and Janvi's here. Bhavna, apparently she couldn't join because of her work. So when you are speaking, when they are speaking, they are asking you questions. Look at the tone they are using. They are always like, so tell me, how is your day? No, they never sound like, so tell me, how is your day? There's a difference, so tell me, how is your day? Then you obviously reply back, my day is good so far, I am enjoying, like a robot, right? Now, when they are saying, so tell me, how's your day? That kind of passion, that kind of enthusiasm is going to help you to vary your tone. Yeah, my day is so far so good. I'm kind of enjoying, rather than yes, it's been very nice, I'm enjoying my day. No. Okay, so this is the first thing. When you actually practice on these things, the way the sound needs to come, right? When you understand that how this thing needs to sound, comma, how full stop needs to sound, how exclamation needs to sound, how question needs to sound, then you will understand, including inverted commas. You will be understanding the way intonation do work out. These things, although we use it writing only, when we speak, obviously we don't speak like, okay, so I went to Shimla, comma, I did this thing, stop. We don't sound like, obviously we don't use full stop and comma. There is someone who's on unmute. Can you please mute yourself? There's some disturbance coming. Thank you. Right. So we should, obviously we don't use that when we do speak. However, when we are speaking, we should just understand how they need to be sound. They are contributing towards your intonation. Okay, this is what I will be showing you. Then I will make you guys speak on this. So whatever I'll teach you, whether it's about time or intonation, I will make you guys speak on it so that you can yourself understand that yes, now the difference is coming. Let's quickly begin with time. Now you all know there is one clock, correct? And now we start from here. Obviously it's 12. Then you have 5. Then you have your 10. Then you have your 15. Then you have your 20. Then you have your 25. And then you have your 30. Then you have your 35. Then you have your 40. Then here with this match, you have your 45, 50, 55. And then obviously it's 60 here. Let's say this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. In case anyone wants to ask any question in between, please, you can unmute and you can ask question. Now, looking at this timepiece, this is obviously the way it moves clockwise, obviously. So it goes like this, then it goes like this, and then finally it goes like this. Now I'm going to use right now time. Right now we are in between 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We are between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. One more thing, when you use between, okay, if you're using two things, so with between we always use and, don't use to. We only use to with from. Okay, for example, we are between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. Okay, from to is a grammatical structure that we use. For example, I have to reach, I have numbers 11, 11:15, 11:20, 11:45, and then 12 p.m. So from to I will be using, I would like you to reach from 11 to 12. So in between, I don't need to sound these numbers. That is how I use from and to, because it joins everything together. You just start your starting point and your finishing point. So that's what you use from to. So I'm going from 11 to 12. Now here, let's talk about the time frame. 11 a.m., 12 p.m. Okay. According to the time, there's only few things that I would like to say. 15 and 45. Okay, 15 and 45. This is the 15, the difference. From here till here is the 15 difference. We call it as quarter. Okay, now let's begin with the time. So what times we have? We have 11 o'clock. Then 11:05, 11:10, 11:15, 11:20, 11:25, and 11:30. This is what we are going to discuss first. Then we'll start with the other ones. Right. So this is 11 o'clock. When we say what is the time? Now, obviously, when you're asking your friend your time, you are standing in the daytime. So you don't need to use like am. First of all, am, pm, do not speak in your speaking. This is only for writing. Don't speak this. What else you'll be speaking? Morning, afternoon, evening, night. Now the prepositions that you will be using: morning, in the morning, obviously same in the afternoon, in the evening. Now with night only we use at, not at the, no, at night. Okay, so what is the time? It's 11 o'clock. Now I know that I'm standing in front of you and it's daytime, so I don't need to say it's morning. If you're telling to a friend who's living overseas, so what's the time in India? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Don't say am, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Remember this also, the morning, not the morning. Okay, the the will sound only with afternoon and evening because you have a vowel. A, E, that's a vowel. So your the sound will become the. Now here, am. Okay, so we don't say in the morning, it's in the morning. Okay, now what's the time? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. Okay, what's the time? 11:05. It's now, it's 5 is here, so it's 5 past. What? It's 5 past. What? 11. So what's the time? It's 5 past 11. If you're telling to a person living overseas, what's the time? It's 5 past 11 in the morning. Okay. It's 10 now. So 10 past 11. Okay. 10 past 11. So it's 10 past 11. Then it's 15. We discussed quarter. Quarter past. So it's quarter past 11. Now, obviously, you can also say pass. Okay, it's quarter past 11 because when you are, for example, let's say this is a building. Okay, and you have your home right over here. So let's say this is a library, and here you have an intersection. You are coming from here, right? You are so anybody can, okay, so you are coming from here, this street, and you turn right. So here, how you can speak your sentence, you can say, okay, when you come on this street, take a right, pass library, my home is on the left. So pass the library, my home is on the left. So you need to pass it. You don't need to go in the library, you need to pass it. That's how we are using here these expressions. So quarter past 11, it's already passed, So 11 ho chuka hai. Okay, इसलिए it's quarter past 11. Let's say past. Now it's 20 past 11, 25 past 11. Finally, Now it's 30 past. You can say it's half past 11. Is it clear to everyone? Unmute yourself and let me know.
Sir, should we use a quarter like a, we mentioned a quarter past?
No, it's quarter past, not a quarter. It's quarter past.
Okay.
Right? So for example, right now the time is quarter past 11. So what is the time? It's quarter past 11. Okay. Now we are in India. We know it's morning. It's not 12 yet. Right? So you don't need to say in the morning. Okay. You can simply say, what's the time now, buddy? It's quarter past 11. Okay. Thank you. So what time are you going to the office? I'll be reaching at half past 11. Okay. Right? So you can also say, because right now we have 15 minutes difference. What time are you going to reach there? In about another 15 minutes, I'll reach to office. In about another 15 minutes. You can say to that as well. You can also say, well, at half past 11, I'll reach office. Okay, clear? Everybody?
Yes,
Pradeep,
sir.
Gaurav,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Anjali, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this was about past, okay, because we are already done. Now, let's talk about the question comes then how we can say to 35. So let's begin. 11:35, 11:40, 11:45, 11:50, 11:55, and now you're having your 12. So this thing, obviously, the time changes from morning till to afternoon. So here, obviously, we say it's 12 o'clock. Right, 12 o'clock. Okay, now let's talk about 11:35. Now we have already discussed half past 11. Okay, we already discussed half past 11. Now, when you're coming, so आधे जब आधा हो गया तो हम उल्टा चलते हैं. राइट नॉर्मली हम हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं उसको हम हिंदी में ये चीज बोलेंगे भाई कितना टाइम हो गया अगर जैसे 11:35 में कितना हो गया 25 मिनट रह गए भाई 12 बजने को 25 मिनट रह गए 12 बजने को ठीक है otherwise so what would you we spoke we sometimes even say this it's 11:35 right but the correct way is now 25 मिनट रह गए 12 बजने को ये सही ठीक है सेंटेंस है मेरा 25 मिनट रह गए हैं 12 बजने को अब वो आपका अगला नंबर आ रहा है सो सिमिलरली हियर 11:35 व्हाट इज इट इट्स 25 2 we just need to put 2 now instead of past we'll be putting 2 so it's 25 to 12 right it's 25 to 12 now 40 20 to 12 45 again it's 15 minutes so quarter again it's quarter to 12 50 now you got 10 minutes so 10 to 12 it's up to you you want to add 20 minutes it's up to you otherwise obviously we know minutes only we are talking about so what's the time it's 10 to 12 okay 11:55 now 5 to 12 finally 12 o'clock clear everyone
Yes, sir.
right so now what exercise I would like you to do is I'm going to ask you to speak your daily routine, right? In that, you need to specify right from the time that you usually wake up. When you wake up, obviously, you can never say, I wake up every day at 8 o'clock. No, you can't, because there is no surety that you can wake up every day at 8 o'clock only, right? So obviously, you need to use adverbs there. I usually, I generally, I oftenly, I sometimes, so generally, what we use, generally or usually or normally, these three words, these three adverbs we use. I usually wake up around 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And then now here, when you're describing your daily routine, yes, you need to use morning, afternoon, evening, at night, because that is your general thing that you do. Okay. So I'm going to give you one example, very short, and then I would like each and every individual to speak. Okay. Let's say. So Sam, tell me about your daily routine. Oh, sure. Well, I'm not that early bird, to be honest, right? I generally wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning. Then I go and take my shower. When I step out, I dress up in my jogging attires because I'm health freak. So I go for jogging for about 30 minutes. When I come back, I just sit with my family and just do some random chit chats and all. About 7 or 7:15, I take my breakfast. Now, here I'm not using morning again because I have already mentioned that I generally wake up at 6 in the morning. So, morning context is going on. So, whatever I will be speaking till 12, I don't need to add morning anymore. I'll be just representing my time frame. Okay. So at about 7 or 7:15, I take my breakfast. When I'm done with that, I get ready because I have some classes to take. So I deliver my classes. My classes starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they go up till at 1 o'clock, or you can say that they go up till 1 or sometimes 1:30 in the afternoon. After the classes are over, then I take my lunch, which is ready, and my specific time I try to take it by 2 o'clock. Why? Because I don't want to be late, or I don't want to eat it early either. Anyhow, after taking my lunch, I have another classes to take. Then after I'm done with that, I usually take a nap around 4 o'clock. Then in the evening, about 5:15, I take my green tea because, like I said, before, that I'm a health freak, so I want to burn my calories, and I believe that taking green tea is one of the good ways. Anyhow, after sipping that, I just go out and start to play with my daughter. I have another classes then, which starts at 6 o'clock. Then I finish it by 7:30. As soon as I finish with that, I just sit with my family again. We do some gossips and all. We just, the plan out our next day, or, whatever the problems that we are encountering, we try to find some remedies of that in order to curb it down. Anyhow, then the night comes, and about 8:30 something at night, we take our dinner. And after that, we just sit in our living room. We watch television. We just have a whale of a time. Then I go in my room. I start watching TV. I sit with my missus, my daughter. So, this is how my night goes. Something around 11 or maybe 20 past 11, something maximum, but definitely before 11:30 at night, I go to sleep. Right? So, something like this, you can and you should try now. Okay. So, I would like, Anjali, I would like you to commence with try to use this way and speak your daily routine. Come on.
Okay. So firstly, I generally wake up at around 8 o'clock in the morning.
In the
Then in the morning,
Mhm.
then I take a shower and get dressed.
I take
Before
not a shower, I take shower.
okay, then I take shower and get dressed.
Hmm.
Before half past eight, before half past eight, after that I have my breakfast.
I take my breakfast, breakfast.
I take my breakfast from 9 to till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I do my office work. Next, at 1:15, I take my lunch break and play games. Again, at 2:15, I start my work. Next, I take a tea break at around 5 in the evening.
Mhm.
Then I finish my work at around 6. Then finally, I get a time for me and my family. So in that time, I play or go outside.
Mhm.
After that, from 7:30, I do my assignments and help my mother in the housework.
Mhm.
At 8:30 at night, I take my dinner.
Mhm.
Then at 9, I take session with you.
Mhm.
After that, at 9:30, I get free from all the works. Then I go for walk. After that, at around 11 o'clock, I start watching movies till around 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Then, then finally I go to sleep. So that is my daily routine, Sam.
Right. So now I know why you wake up late.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Great. I take a time, not take a time. I take time. Okay, because time can never be counted as one thing, So you can say I take time. Okay, I take some time out to spend with my family. I sit with them. I do some chit chat. Right. Okay, that was great. Okay, Pradeep, do you want to start? Yes, Pradeep. Okay, Gaurav, would you like to start?
Yeah, Sam, I would like to start.
Hmm?
Uh, yeah, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak about my daily routine. I would like to tell you about that I woke up
I wake.
generally,
I
I
generally.
wake up, I wake up quarter to 7 every day, and then I go for a morning walk for half an hour in the park which is near to my house, and I spend half an hour there, and about at 8 o'clock I come back to my home and get ready for my office, take the breakfast and bath and all the things.
Mhm.
And at 9 o'clock I left my house for my office
I
because
leave my
uh,
house for office.
I leave my house for my office because 9:30 I have to reach there.
Mhm.
So yeah, and half past 2 I took lunch in
I
my office.
I take lunch.
I take lunch in my office, and after lunch, I review whatever I have done in the morning time
Mhm.
on my laptop and check all the reports whether uh, that day is productive for me or I have achieved in first half whatever I have achieved,
Yes.
and what is the remaining part which I have to do. So I uh, at 4 o'clock I generally review myself that whether I have achieved whatever I have decided yesterday.
Mhm.
So yeah, and around 5 o'clock I take a tea break for around 10 minutes, and I generally take a strong tea. Uh, so uh, I it refreshed my mind. So I take a tea every day at 5, and uh, after that I left my office at 7,
I,
and
I leave my
I
office.
leave my office at 7, and I reach to my home uh, quarter to half uh, quarter to 7, quarter to 8. Yeah,
Yes.
uh, yeah, and then I uh, uh, take the bath once again in the evening because of this pandemic. So then I go for my dinner. Uh, yeah, and besides that, I take my classes in the evening,
Mhm.
uh, half half past uh, uh, 9, half past 8. So uh, for 1 hour with you and other teachers.
Right.
So yeah, and then I spend half an hour with my family,
Hmm.
and I in which I came to know how they have spent their day, and I think at uh, half half past 10 I go for sleep. Uh, by this way I spend my
But this is my
all
daily
the day.
routine. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Right. And Pradeep, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Right. So would you like to say your daily routine?
Yes, sir. So, regular. Normally, I woke up at around
Wait.
seven.
Wait. I wake
Wake
up.
wake up at around 7. Half past 7.
Mhm.
So
In the
then I
morning.
start in the morning.
Mhm.
So I start yoga for at least 45 minutes.
Mhm.
And after that, I freshen up, and
Freshen up.
uh, freshen up, and then I start since I'm working from home nowadays, so start my daily routines. I start my laptop. So at 9 o'clock I start working. So I work continuously till 1 o'clock.
Mhm.
So one half past one I take a lunch with my
Okay.
family
In the afternoon.
in the afternoon. Uh, so after that I conduct a session. I conduct a session at around 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock with
Okay.
Jessica,
Yes.
and it is for half an hour. So
Mhm.
half past two, we complete the session,
Mhm.
and after that again I start my routine, start my work. Work. Then we normally have a meeting at around four past uh, 3 past 4.
4.
No, no, uh, half past 4.
Half past
Around
4. Yes.
half past 4. So that meeting will last till 7 o'clock in
That
the evening.
meeting lasts.
Yeah,
LASTS. That meeting lasts.
the meeting lasts till 7 o'clock in the evening,
Very
and then I shut down my laptop.
good.
Then rest of the time is with my family.
Mhm.
So we normally I play with my kid for
Right.
at least 1.5 hour,
Mhm.
and after that we at around 9, half past 9, we had a dinner. So after dinner we watch a movie on Netflix. So it takes around 11 o'clock to go to sleep.
Right. Okay. That's wonderful. Okay. That's good. Sampada, you would like to start? Okay. She's not here. Right. Okay. So let me just unmute everybody. Right. Arshdeep, now you would like to start?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm early bird, so generally I
I
wake up
am. I
half
am
past five.
early bird.
I am an early bird, so I generally wake up half past five in the morning, then do some household chores.
Mhm.
Then at 7 o'clock, I take bus
Mhm.
for going to my institute. Then
Okay.
at 9 o'clock till half past one, I take my IELTS classes.
Okay.
After that, I come to my home at
Come back
three
home.
o'clock. Then after that, eat lunch. Anyhow, yes, I come back home at 3 o'clock. Then after that, eat lunch, and I just start from 3 o'clock. I just start my speaking practice till 5 o'clock in the evening. Finally, I just go for a evening walk till 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Then come back at 6:50, a quarter past 16. Then take bath again, and after that I hang out with my parents for enjoyment, and I think half past 8 we take lunch. No, sorry, dinner.
Okay.
After that I again start my study around half past 10. Then from half past 10 I just go for sleeping.
Okay. I just go and hit the bed.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Now let's talk about intonation, guys. So here, as you can see, pause. Okay. When we are speaking, for example, you know how to use the structure although. Although
Yes.
when you speak, you have a comma with it. If you speak, you have a comma with it. You either use comma or you use then. Whatever you do, whenever we speak in a complex sentence, we bring out any conjunction in between. Always give pause. Okay, always give pause. For example, I like to play football because it allows me to stay fit as it involves a lot of running. Now this sentence sounds better rather than I like to play football because it provides me a lot of fitness as it involves a lot of running, right? So when you are speaking in one breath, obviously you would stumble somewhere, so you don't want to do that. So what's the effective method to overcome that is take pauses whenever you are joining. So which means sentence by sentence, one single sentence, take a pause, bring your conjunction to make a complex sentence, speak that sentence, take a pause. Whether you're taking a pause or your full stop. Full stop should be a bit longer pause. It should sound like I like to play football. It's my favorite hobby, right? Now that's a really long pause. You shouldn't be doing that either. So I like to play football. Oh, it's my favorite hobby. I played, sometimes with my neighborhood boys. We have a team of about, 12 and 15 dudes. So we all play in the evening in the nearby park, right? So that kind of thing will allow you automatically to vary your tone. You need to unbalance it. Exclamation sign, always amazed tone, tone up. So surprising, really, like when we use really, we never sound like really, really, really. The tone is not going down, it's always going up. Always exclamation. Where do we use exclamation? Like hi, we use a hi. We never say hi. So वो हो गया मतलब मर रहा है कोई hi, right? So this is hi. Really, we say really exclamation, right? Are you serious? Again, up. Are you serious? You're serious right now? You're kidding, right? Right? So these kind of tones we use with exclamation. Then inverted commas, how we use, like for example, I whenever I would get chance, I really would like to go Taj Mahal. It's one of the seven wonders of the world, apparently. So that is like a wicked tone, with pause, obviously. So for example, let's say I'm talking about Taj Mahal. It's obviously one of, one only. So I can say that, I have never visited any of the seven wonders of the world. And to believe me, since I live in India, so I would like to go visit Taj Mahal. It's one of the seven wonders of the world. So I would like to see that. I would like to take a lot of photos. Actually, I have to impress my girlfriend. So that kind of tone, again, I have to impress my girlfriend. Now, this sentence obviously is separate. It's not doesn't belong to the sentences that I'm speaking before. So I will be choosing to speak in a different intonation because these things, why am I doing? I'm generating interest, right? So how do we say normally, I have to impress my wife. So I have to impress my wife. So we do that kind of even, facial expressions, आंख बंद करके आंख मार के, I have to impress my wife. तो वो अपने आप ही टोन गिर जाएगी आपकी. Okay, so in spite of like I want to visit Taj Mahal with my missus, actually I want to impress her, so she will feel very happy. Like she is not going to feel happy, she's going to be very sad if you take her, right? This is how what it means. So that kind of intonation can only happen that obviously once you start doing these kind of things in front of mirror, getting to know how you actually look like when you are speaking. Try to move your body. When I always speak, see, I have purchased this thing, right? Only reason, even when I'm taking sessions on phone or I'm taking sessions on my laptop, whenever I'm teaching my students as well, I tend to stand up, I do walking, I do hand gestures all the time. My hands are moving, my body is moving, my face is moving. When I speak something, you see, when you must have noticed these people, when they do like this black folks, when they do speak their language, the way they talk is always different. The hip hop style, hey man, what's up? How you doing? Yo, they always tend to move like that. So that movement is causing them to vary that kind of tone. I'm not asking you to obviously you move like that because we as Indians, we have a tendency of doing this. Okay, right? So that kind of sound also comes like that. Okay, so every body movement that you do, it varies your tone. So as a question mark, when you ask question, don't sound like, so sir, tell me, how was your day? So tell me, how was your day? That sounds energetic. That sounds like a question. Do you have any hobby? See the intonation. Do you have any hobby? Do you really want to play this? Are you going there? Tell me, are you going to go to the party? Right? Can you take me with you? So that kind of tone, see the question, obviously the question, when you speak the sound, it is going to force the person to say automatically yes, no. Okay, so these kind of intonations you need to practice with, along with the obviously how you're speaking. Let's make one last example. Let's say we're using although I was very studious when I was in school. It's just I don't know why I never got that kind of, like, adequate marks. I put my all effort into my books. I used to get buried into them. But I just don't know why I never was able to score more than 60%. So I told before that, how much studious I was, but it's just my sad rationality that I wasn't able to get any kind of good marks. So one where I have represented that yes, I was very studious. Sorry, right on the second time, I just expressed my sadness that I was never able to score more than 60. Okay, so these kind of tones, when you're speaking, make sure when you're speaking, use these kind of wicked tones, tones up when you're amazing. For example, tutor is asking you any question. So, you did that. Oh, really? I never heard that before. Oh my God. That's wonderful. I should definitely research on that. So I hope, everything is clear. Yes, absolutely. It was a fantastic session. I really learned a lot, and I assure you that I will be working on this. And tomorrow you will be definitely listening something better of me. So this energy, when you re-listen your recordings, you would see a sudden change. And by continuing doing this, you'll be sitting at where you want to. All right. Any questions, anyone?